Hi, Deb here, and I'm excited about doing this video sharing my Monkees dolls. Hey, they're the Monkees. I was a fan from the moment they hit the scene. They came along in 1966, and I'm a huge Beatlemaniac, and Beatles were just starting to get a little too serious for a little girl to enjoy. I always loved them, but I think the Monkees came along and filled the void. So, the creator of the Monkees saw Hard Day's Night and thought, hey, what a great concept for a TV show. So it ran from 1966 to 68. I think it won 2 Emmys while it was on. I didn't know that. I've learned a lot. Also, they were called the Prefab Four, meaning they made them up, which they did. But they cast the best people for these 4 roles. But one of the things I loved about the show is they'd stop and talk to the camera. Like, we know this is all in fun. And they had comic books too, and they did the same thing. He said, are you curious what happened? Well, look at the next frame, why don't you? It was fun. It was just so much fun. And the music was heavenly. I loved the Monkees. Did you know Mike and Davy share a birthday? They were both born on 12/30. Mike in 42, Davy in 45. I just thought that was cool. Okay, let's get on to it. Let's see. Let's start with Mickey. When I was a kid, I switched back and forth from Mickey and Davy as my favorite Monkees. I appreciate them all now. Well, I did then, but you had to have a favorite. So here's the Mickey doll. He's the 12-inch doll. And let's see, Mickey Dolenz. Mickey Dolenz is his real name, but he went by a stage name of Mickey Braddock. I'm not sure why. He was a child actor in Circus Boy. He played Johnny B. Goode for his audition for the Monkees. He played the guitar as well as the drum. Well, all of them played multiple instruments. Did you know that? Are you listening, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I don't understand that. They need to be in there, but don't get me on that high horse. Okay. His screen test, he used the Mickey Braddock name, but then they changed it back to Mickey Dolenz for the show. He was in a group before the Monkees called the Missing Links. Odd, don't you think? Apparently, every Monkee was loosely based on one of the Beatles, and Mickey was supposed to be John. Probably because he was so, well, I don't know why. Okay, let's go for Peter. Now, Peter was a musician before the Monkees. He was a Greenwich Village musician. He was a friend of Stephen Stills. Stephen Stills tried out for the Monkees but was rejected, and they asked if he could recommend anyone else, and he recommended Peter. Peter was super intellectual. He played, I think, of all the Monkees, he played the most instruments. I know he played at least 6 different instruments. He was intellectual, and they cast him to play the not so bright person. I think he was even a teacher, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken. I hope Monkee fans can set me straight on things. Okay, his real name is... I didn't write it down. Oh well. Doggone it. But he was an intellectual, and he sure... I maintain you have to be really smart to play dumb. So I've observed that, because not everybody can do it. It's just too annoying if they're not good at it. But that's Peter. He passed away in 2019. Pretty cool guy. And then our next is Mike. And the doll comes with a wool hat. This is the 8-inch version. The other two are 12. I don't have the complete set of, I have each person, but not the right size, but that's a long story. He came to the audition, Mike came to the audition wearing the wool hat because he rode a motorcycle and the hat kept the hair out of his eyes. And they liked it so much, they had him keep that as part of his persona. He was also a musician before the Monkees. All of them were, actually. Let's see. Most people know his mother invented whiteout. Younger people, if you don't know what whiteout is, it corrects typing errors. He also recorded under another name called Michael Blessing. And he was a veteran of the U.S. Air Force. I didn't know that. And that's Mike Nesmith. And then there's Davy. My favorite monkey, Davey Jones. With a nod to Mickey, but Davy was my favorite. He was British, what can I say? Davy was remarkable. He was in the stage version of Oliver, and they premiered on Ed Sullivan. He was in the cast the very night that the Beatles made their American premiere. So he was on the stage with the Beatles, the same stage at the same time. Davy was a jockey, and he has left an equine foundation. You can look it up. Let's see, Davy. He was the only one that they had in mind when they were creating the Monkees. So he already had an end there. The strangest thing about him that I learned was he was drafted by the U.S. Army. And I thought, that can't be. So I looked several sources, and he was. But when he came to do the show, he had to sign. He was a permanent resident, and he had to sign some kind of form, and that put him in the draft. He was drafted, but if he failed the physical, it was pretty short. So that's Davy. I love the Monkees. I love their music. I love everything about them. They were so much fun. Let's see. Is there anything else I wanted to tell you about the Monkees? I'll show you the box that they come in. Okay, this is Mickey's box, the 12-inch doll. And here's the back of it. They came in different costumes. I got the costumes I wanted, though. There they are, doing their thing. It was made 2015 by Figures Toy Company. It's got the rhino logo on it, and I love having these dolls. Someday I would like to complete either a 12-inch or an 8-inch set. But anyway, this my Monkees. I love them. I miss them. I miss the fun of those times. It's so strange because they were chaotic times in real life, but I'm all in favor of escapism, and the Monkees were that. They made wonderful music. Oh, my friend Ron Baker, I talk about him. His radio show this September 9th, is that a Thursday? September 9th. He's going to play 3.5 hours of Monkees music. Memory Lane Oldies from 5 to 9, Ron's Record Shop. He's going to celebrate because it will be 55 years of the anniversary of the premiere of their show. Ron's Record Shop, Memory Lane Oldies, Thursday, 5 to 9. I'll put a link either in comments or in the description. So tune in, chat with other Monkey fans, chat with me. So there they are. They're my Monkees dolls, and I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you comment. share, like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. I'm a very needy person. Thanks for watching. Toodles!